Good morning, this is James Harvey with Vox Populi and I'm here outside RAF Barnham ready for a protest that is set to take place today at 2 p.m. Last night you did have a caravan that was parked over here. It has since been told to move over there by the police. You've also got a tent over here as well. Now originally there was like 3 or 4 tents over here. We were hoping we could see them this morning, but unfortunately they had to move by then. And as you can see as well, there's a group of us over there with some of the police, and we've been talking with them this morning. Now we have already got our drone up as well, so we've got some nice overhead shots. We actually went a bit closer. The police have already come up and spoken to us because there's going to be a police drone up all day, so they've asked what height we're going to hit, and we're set about 60 meters max, so they'll make sure they stay well above us, so we're not accidentally colliding or anything like that. So exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. The police have told us they're expecting double the numbers today, so that's at least 600 people. That would be absolutely incredible for the local community. It should be an exciting day. See you guys later. This is the hole that we were investigating last week. Now the Suffolk Constabulary have put out a post saying that there are no migrants currently being housed here, which was interesting because when we asked the council, their response was, I don't know. And do we know if the migrants are already in there, or they're going to...
They're not admitting, they're saying they don't know anything, okay. But we all know. Right. But they're saying they know nothing, they don't know anything at all.
Now, when you've got a council that's incredibly secretive with the local community, people are going to jump to conclusions, especially when, as you saw in the drone footage, we saw a coach, a massive coach, already parked in there. We've then seen holes in the fencing, which is quite normal from migrant accommodation because they do actually have curfews. But now I've been told that the coach actually hasn't moved. The coach has been there for years, so I do apologise and I will retract that. And this fence is being repaired. But again, people are like, we also heard from a local business that 4 buses filled with migrants had been bussed already in here. So there was a high suspicion that there were some already in here. But what's going to happen is, so from December, they always do it at night as well, so the locals don't know and can't do anything about it. From summer, they will slowly start demographically replacing the people of this area. They are going to, over the course of 10 weeks, those people are going to go from a majority English to a minority very quickly over 10 weeks. That is scary. You alright there, Steve? Did you find anything?
Yeah, fucking 10 spider webs in a row.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that.
Come on, Sid.
Fuck.
Literally. Alright, let's go and have a little
pretty much cleared most of the webs.
Oh, thanks, mate. Much appreciated. You're quite big as well. Right next to me, as you may see over there, there's a gate. This is where dog walkers come to walk their dogs. Over here is the MOD property that's going to house 1,200 migrant men. And down there is where the hole is. Now, that hole obviously has been patched up now. There is other ones that we're finding on this fence that I'm not going to do a video on. But there's another one we found on the fence. But over here, obviously, you're going to have normal people walking their dogs. Sometimes you're going to have lone women, stuff like that. An interesting thing that Simon Alders, the councillor, pointed out to me is that women just start removing themselves from society. So women are going to be too scared to walk their dogs down here. And the ones that do are at great risk of being raped.
We don't want them here. We don't want all the ag. We don't want people coming over, taking over Thetford and Barnham. I'm not being funny, Barnham's got 584 people in it. They're doing over double that are coming here. How can they expect the communities to deal with that?
Yeah. And is this your first time being politically active at all? Or?
Yes.
Really?
So if I get things wrong, forgive me, I am sorry.
Yeah. So very nervous running today's demonstration.
I am, yes, very nervous. But I've got a lot of support, so that's great.
What was the kind of the trigger point for you, would you say?
Well, we live very close by. Our houses are the next protocols, and like when you see everything that's going on in the news and everything like that, it's scary. Yeah. It's worrying. We've got nieces, nephews, we've got family here and stuff like that, and we just want to protect everyone and make sure everyone's safe as a community. Yeah. That's the main thing.
How many numbers do you think you're expecting?
Oh God, it's going to be big, I believe. We're kind of expecting around 600 people to be here today. Okay. So yeah.
So I also just want to make another quick retraction as well. So apparently this is all MOD facility, even that bit over there, right? What's not MOD facility is another part of the base which is like a mile away that we're going to go to now. But this is all apparently MOD property, so I was wrong in that and I do apologise. So I've heard you just mention a minute ago that a lot of houses are going up for sale in this area. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
I've lived in Barnham. I bought a house there 20 years ago, and there isn't many properties that normally go up for sale in Barnham. I've noticed there is a lot for sale at the moment, whether it's to do with this or not, but they're not going to sell.
Yeah.
And the value obviously has plummeted. They're not going to be worth anything to sell, are they now?
Well, do you live in Barnham yourself?
Yes.
So how do you feel about the fact that the value of your house could drop dramatically because of this place?
Well, really upset because a few years ago I extended on my house rather than moving because the village is so safe.
Right.
So I put more money into the property, which is now not going to be worth anything. Well, not worth much at all, is it?
Yeah. And what other things concern you with having this literally on your doorstep?
Well, I've got 3 teenagers who live in the village, who've been brought up in the village. It's very safe. I walk my dog at night in the dark, don't come across a single person. I don't feel safe, and I don't think my children will feel safe to walk around on their own. They get buses to college and school from the village. There's just going to be illegals hanging around, and that's what worries me because we don't know who they are, and they're all men. When it first came out, we thought maybe they're families, but there isn't. There's just men, undocumented, which is worrying. And I said the same to someone before. If there was 1,300 British men plonked there, that's still anything's concerning, but this is more concerning because they're undocumented.
What did we vote for Brexit for? We voted to stop mass immigration, and what did Boris do? He imported millions. We have voted and voted and voted our way to tell people, the politicians, that we don't want mass immigration. We want illegals never to set foot on our land. We want them rounded up. We want them taken out. Send them back. Send them back. Send them back. Send them back.
Here at Vox Populi, we are the voice of the people. In the past year, we've covered the WEF at Davos, migrant protests up and down the country. We even went into the migrant camps at Calais, child safety failures in Ireland, local elections in Wales, and grooming cases in the Midlands. All our content is free and available on our website. Please consider heading to voxpopulimedia.com/donations. All these trips cannot happen without your support. So I was talking to a lady earlier and she was like, there's a lot of Polish people down here. And I found it awesome as well. 2 people who came out of the council meeting were Polish. Why do you think that the Polish community is also outraged about this?
Well, mainly it's because most of Polish people I know, they working really hard to make their living. They paying taxes. They actually giving a part of themselves to the local community, and they supporting the whole country by doing their work, yeah? So we believe, as a Polish community, that it's not really fair that some people come in here without any background, without even legal identity, because some of them they forge. That's obvious thing. Of course, not saying all of them, but that's the thing. In order for us to get here, we had to go through a couple background checks. In order to get property, we need to go through another background. And my example is really good because now I'm trying to buy a property. It's taken 3 months now, and it's still very far from the end. So I've been asked extra questions like, what's your financial background? Could you send extra additional information about your financial status? Send this, send that, ID, everything. Those people, we don't know anything about them.
Fear about having kids in the future was like having a miscarriage or something, yeah? Now my biggest fear is these lot being in front of our towns, our cities, our places, yeah? It's not good enough. We don't want them, we want to send them back!
Yeah. Why is this not being used to house our veterans that went and fought to protect us against these men?
Now,
Emma said earlier that we are ordinary women. Just like Emma, I'm an ordinary woman. I'm a single mother of 3 children. I've got a successful business, and I would much rather spend my weekends at home with my children. Instead, we need to come together. We need to show the establishment that we will not put up with this, and it is our country and it is our land, and it is what our forefathers fought for to give us the freedoms we have today.
Because I think it's absolutely scandalous that the Home Office could even consider placing illegal migrants here in this small village of Suffolk when the illegal migrants would outnumber the locals on a ratio of 2 to 1. I do have some family in Suffolk, yes, so I'm extremely concerned about this. This is just ridiculous. We're right next to Thetford Forest, which is one of the most amazing forests in the country. People walk their dogs there, people go there for leisurely walks, and we know that these illegal migrant men have a habit, unfortunately, of attacking and raping our people. And with regards to the fence, with the holes, even if there were not holes, James, they broke into our country, they're bound to get over a flipping fence, aren't they?
A few days ago, all he had to say was something about supporting Palestine.
Palestine.
Tweeted about the plight of Palestinian people and the need to support progressive voices in Israel.
Yeah, right. What about our voices?
A couple of days before, just after the last protest here, he wrote to the Home Secretary, Shabina Mahmood. Okay. What do you think he said?
Very little.
Right. Whose side do you think he's on?
Palestine.
Okay. Let me read out some of his comments and questions to the Home Secretary, and you can make up your mind about which side you think he's on. Okay. One question: what security arrangements will be in place to protect both the new arrivals and the local residents? Notice that he put the new arrivals before you.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2. I understand that unexploded ordnance has previously been detected on the site, including mustard gas. What measures will the government take to ensure the site is safe? Again, not really thinking of you. Then he goes on to say, we know that a quarter of those who arrive in the UK on dangerous small boats are women and children.
Oh, right, yeah.
We also know that the majority of asylum claims are found to be genuine. In other words, those making the claims, including women and children, have indeed fled war and persecution. Will any families with children be housed at the site? And if so, what measures will be put in place to support them? As regards, for instance, education, language learning, and mental health support. I think it's quite clear what side he's on. It's not your side, it's not our side. If you've tried to access a GP or a dentist in Thetford recently, well, good luck, because I can't. But these guys, and I say guys because they're going to be young men who arrived on small boats, are going to have all the facilities here. And you may have read that the Home Office has been dishing out £50 credit cards to everyone for their weekly assistance. And guess where that's going to be spent? Going into Thetford, spending their money in there. Bussed by the Home Office to go to Thetford.
Alcohol, drugs, and betting shop. Same as Braintree.
The Home Office has also been trying to put asylum seekers, and I say asylum seekers, that's a technical legal phrase, but of course they're illegal immigrants, into Thetford already. There's a number of houses in Thetford where I understand Afghan men have been housed, and these houses on residential estates right near schools, opposite schools,
Get them out.
are now full of Afghan men, young Afghan men, and people have written to me say I am scared to even go out of my house because these men are smoking on the corner, I'm intimidated, I can't go out of my house.
Get them out of our town.
How many people here are going to be free to walk their dogs on the common over there? How many women here are going to be going out on the streets early in the morning or late at night and feeling safe? I don't think many. The irony is that this base behind us is being used by Norfolk and Suffolk constabularies as a training base for riot police. These are the police really who we're going to need, but they're going to be gone because the base won't be used anymore.
They won't help us anyway. No, they'll be on the other side.
Training them to combat us.
To bash us with their shields.
Why do you think they're allowing an underage, undocumented
So Terry said, going back to Terry said, I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned about this, and I think we need a public consultation. Okay. I tell you what, this is the public consultation.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
It's a shame that he's not here to hear your voices and to stand up, but instead he's hiding. So I urge all of you to keep up the protests, keep them peaceful, keep them positive, because the Home Office technically needs to seek planning permission to change this into a camp for illegal immigrants. Okay? So they have to go through the councils, who they've totally ignored. Total disdain for any due process.
Now, stupidly, I did ditch one of the. I have ditched my cameras and drones with my in-laws, so I haven't. Well, I didn't bring them down here. Stupidly, I didn't realise we were coming down here. But this is the back entrance to RAF Barnham. So here you've got one of the entrances. You've got a private industrial estate over there. You can get through here to the Barnham through a locked gate. We're going to come up here again next week and get the drone over, do some more filming and all of that, do a bit of investigating. Interestingly, so we've got, if we cover the number plate as well, over here we've got another person who's camping out. So that's great to see. We've got one, there's a person this side and a person on the other side. Yeah. Well, we'll be here again early during the week, so we're going to be interviewing the organisers for next week's protest, and we also want to do some investigating up here. So stay tuned, follow Vox Populi, and head over to voxpopulimedia.com/donations. Thank you.